Hello everyone, welcome to Ian's Bricks, and today I'm going to talk about Lego sets that will be retiring at the end of 2025, specifically from the Harry Potter theme. So this list that I've got here, it's actually from Brick Fanatics and also from Brickhound, which is on a Discord channel. So a couple of sources I've got there, and these are at the moment the sets that are down for retiring at the end of 2025. Now, this list is subject to change, so not everything on this list that you see today will definitely retire at the end of the year. And also there might be some sets that aren't on this list that will end up retiring at the end of the year. So just be aware that as I'm speaking now at the end of February of 2025, that this list is subject to change. And these are all the sets that are going to be retiring so far from the Harry Potter range. There's quite a few of them, so let's get started and go through the list. And this is from the oldest set, so the set that's been out the longest, to the newest set. And the first set that's retiring is set number 75978. That's the large Diagon Alley set. This is a set that you can probably just see behind me. I've got parts of it up here, parts of it up here, right on the top shelf of my display cabinet. This is a set that's $389.99 here in the UK, $449.99 in US dollars and in euros, 5,544 pieces. And this was released in September of 2020. This is a Lego store exclusive, so this is a set that you can only get from Lego stores and from Lego.com. It is a very, very big set, and as a set that I have built myself, I would strongly recommend, if you don't have this set, please do get it. It's very good. There are a lot of stickers in this set. That was the only downside really, but I think once it's put all together it looks absolutely fantastic. You get sort of 4 blocks really, with 2 buildings generally in each block, and it just looks fantastic once it's together. Really nice build experience as well, and yeah, it was just a very, very good build. I've had this for quite a while. I think I got this soon after it came out, and it is a set that I really don't regret getting at all. The downside, of course, of this set is it is very, very expensive. 389, so nearly £400 here in the UK, over $400 and euros. It is a very, very expensive set, but you are getting a very large set for your money, and it's definitely worth it. Another good thing about this set, now I know minifigures aren't that exclusive or that sort of sought after, I think, from Lego, not as much as Star Wars perhaps, but nevertheless, 15 of the 17 minifigures within that set are classed as exclusive on brickset.com. So yeah, there are certainly some interesting figures within that set. Would I buy any of these for Lego investment? I'm not sure. I'd like to say yes, because it's a fantastic set, but a set that's already at £400 nearly, it's not a set that I would be wanting to buy too many of because of storage and cost issues. I mean, even if you bought 3 of these, you're talking well over £1,000. So it's a lot of outlay to spend on a particular set like this. But it is a fantastic set. Maybe I'll get 1 or 2. We'll have to wait and see. Definitely is a set to buy. Definitely, if you haven't bought this already, do save up for it now, because the chances are it probably will retire at the end of the year. It's been out for nearly 5 years, so it's probably past its shelf life. Second on the list is set 76391, and that's the Hogwarts Icons Collector's Edition. This is a set that's $259.99 here in the UK, $299 in US dollars and in euros, 3,010 pieces, released in September of 2021. This is an interesting set. I quite like the look of this. I haven't built it myself. It's unusual, and I think it still looks quite a nice build, and I think the finished article that you get after is very, very nice. Obviously you have the large Hedwig owl at the top, lots of little things and smaller things underneath it which look quite nice. Figures in this, you do actually get some gold minifigures with this. There are 3 of them altogether. I think you get Professor Dumbledore, Hagrid, and another one as well. So some interesting figures in the sort of the gold, the exclusive gold. In the UK, you can obviously get this from Lego and Lego.com, but you can also get it from Smith's Toys. So the chances are, if you're outside the UK, in either Europe or America or wherever you are in the world, the chances are this will be a store exclusive somewhere. So you might need to do a little bit of research as to find out where you can get this. Would I buy this set to sort of build? I'm 50-50 on this. It does look very, very nice. I think if you're a Harry Potter fan, it definitely would tick a lot of boxes. I think for the maybe the average builder, maybe not so much. But it is quite an expensive set as well. So again, a set you'd probably want to save up for before you wanted to buy. The chances are this probably will retire as well. It's been on the shelves for 3.5, 4 years, so it's quite a long time on the shelves. Will I be getting many of these? Probably one or two. I definitely think it's worth investing in just because it's an unusual set, a little bit on the expensive side, so again I wouldn't be getting too many of these, but certainly something I do actually quite like the look of and could do quite well once it retires. Next on the list is 76421, and that's Dobby the House Elf. This is a set that's $24.99 here in the UK, $34.99 in US dollars, and $29.99 in euros. Much smaller set this time, 403 pieces. Was released in June of 2023, so around about 2.5 year shelf life on this one. This is a set. Yeah, I'm very mixed feelings about this. Half of me quite likes it, but half of me thinks it looks a little bit weird. I'm sure the build is quite nice. It's nothing too exciting, but I think a lot of people sort of freaked out with how it looks a little bit. It does look a little bit odd. It's one of the more odd builds that LEGO have done. But still, I think there are people that would like this. I think Dobby is a very, very popular character. Now, this is a set that you can get pretty much anywhere, and I know here in the UK this has been discounted a lot. I know I've seen these on Amazon, say £25. I've seen them for sort of just over £15 and things like that. So it is a set that you can get discounted. I think if you are going to be buying this to either build or invest in, I think do look out for those deals and discounts. I know even at the moment here in the UK at Amazon it's £20. So there are discounts out there for this set. It's okay, this set. It's unusual. I think even though it's a little bit odd, a little bit unusual, I still think it might be popular. Maybe in a couple of years' time, people that don't buy these, I think possibly will be keen to get this, just because it is such an unusual thing, but it is such a popular character as well. Next on the list, 76423, the Hogwarts Express and Hogsmeade Station. This is $114.99 here in the UK, $129.99 in US dollars and in euros, 1,074 pieces, also released in June of 2023. 4 out of the 8 minifigures within this set are classed as exclusive, and this again is a Smith's Toys exclusive, so you can get it from LEGO as well. Do I like this set? I think it looks okay. I think there have been better and cheaper Hogwarts Express sets out there in the past. They did one a couple of years ago, which was the King's Cross set, which I thought was a lot better value for money. I think this is quite overpriced for what it is, and I think a lot of people have been put off maybe buying this because of that fact. The problem that you have as well, it's not the first and won't be the last Hogwarts Express that LEGO decide to do. So I think if you do either buy this to build, obviously that's quite a nice thing. You get a slightly different layout with the Hogsmeade Station, and the Hogsmeade Station part does actually look quite nice. I think the train itself, it doesn't seem anything too special in there. It's okay, but nothing that LEGO haven't done before. So I think as an investment, I think you'd be wanting to look at a very, very big discount or deal to be able to want to buy this for investment, because I know the last station that I got has sold quite well, but that's only because I got them at such cheap prices. They were available from Amazon and places like this. This being from Smith's Toys here in the UK, really won't be that many deals or discounts. So you're going to be very lucky to get this for less than £100. And are people going to want to spend more than £100 on a set like this? I'm not so sure that they will. I know the last set, I think I got a lot for sort of £40-45. Recommended retail price for the old one, I think, was about £80. And I've really struggled to get much more than about 90 for them. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to be a one that I'll be invested in much. I think, again, if you're outside the UK, then have a check and see where this is available from. You might be able to get better deals and discounts than you can here in the UK, but yeah, that's one that I probably won't be getting too many of. Next on the list is 76426, the Hogwarts Castle Boathouse. This is £31.99 here in the UK, £37.99 in the US and Europe, unusual pricing structure. 350 pieces, released in March of 2024. So only 2 years shelf life, and that's pretty much it for the rest of the Harry Potter sets as well. Quite short shelf life. 4 out of the 5 characters are classed as exclusive. This is a set that's currently £30 on Amazon, so a very small discount. I actually quite like the look of this, and I think this and a lot of the sets that I'm going to be mentioning now, I'm not so sure that they all will retire. These are the ones that probably are least likely or most likely, sorry, to change their retirement dates. But I do quite like the Boathouse. I think it's quite a quirky little thing, and I just think it lends itself to being quite a nice little build. I did actually quite like this one. 4 out of the 5 minifigures are exclusive apparently for this particular set. But again, I think if you are going to be picking it up, then I think do look out for those deals and discounts, because they are out there. It is available in a number of retailers, so the chances are that you might be able to get this at a decent price. Next on the list, 76427. This is Buckbeak. This is £54.99 here in the UK, £59.99 in US dollars and in euros. 723 pieces, released in June of 2024. No minifigures with this one, and again, it's a set that's available from a lot of places. I've again got mixed feelings about this one. I think it looks quite a nice-ish build. Again, will people be that keen on getting this? I really don't know. I think, again, if it's a set that you want to build and quite like it, then now would be a good time to think about getting it. But for an investment, I'm not too sure about it. It doesn't look that great. They did a sort of a Spectro Patronum set last year, which retired, so I'll maybe keep an eye on those prices to see how that does, because it's a very similar-ish kind of build, so maybe not that popular, but we'll have to wait and see. You can currently get this for £5 off, £50 at Amazon. Again, there are probably better deals and discounts out there if you bide your time and wait for this. But yeah, 50-50 on this one, not quite too sure how well this will do. Next is 76428. That's Hagrid's Hut, An Unexpected Visit. £64.99 here in the UK, £74.99 in US dollars and in euros. 896 pieces, so quite a large set for what you get. Released in March of 2024. 4 out of the 5 minifigures in the set are classed as exclusive. Again, this is a set I quite like, actually. They've done Hagrid's Huts before, and I think they will do Hagrid's Huts again. Whether they'll do one this cheap, I'm not sure. I think the last one that they did was a bit more expensive. You only get the one main building, I think, with this one, which is maybe a bit of a letdown. But again, it is quite I think it's an iconic scene as well. So I think as a build, I think it's quite a nice little thing. As an investment type of thing, I think it's got a little bit more going for it than some of the other sets maybe particularly on this list. And again, it is a set you can get at a reduced value, reduced price. Currently £55 on Amazon, so even generally it's £10 off. But again, I think if you are going to be buying multiples of these, maybe look for some slightly better deals than are out at this moment in time. Next on the list is 76430, the Hogwarts Castle Owlery. This is £39.99 here in the UK, £49.99 in US dollars and euros, 364 pieces, released March of 2024. All 3 of the minifigures in this are classed as exclusive on brickset.com, and this is a set that you can currently get pretty much everywhere. It's currently £35 here in the UK, so a little bit of a discount on there if you're looking for that type of thing. As a build, I just don't think this looks particularly exciting. It's quite a nice tower, but when you look at the back of it, there's not a lot really going on in there. I know there's a couple of play features, but it just doesn't really excite me, this set. There's not a lot of special things going on with that particular set. Having said that, obviously it's part of the collection. A lot of these buildings all fit together. So you may find that people who want to collect the whole set of Harry Potter might want to get all of these little pieces and fit them in. Again, sort of 50-50. I'm less sort of keen on this one, really. I think if I do get any of these, I'll be looking at very, very good discounts. But yeah, it's not a set that particularly excites me, but maybe again there are a lot of other investors out there who aren't also excited about this set and probably won't be getting too many of them, so we'll have to wait and see. And what I will say generally about the Harry Potter theme, which I haven't really said yet, is that I don't think it's quite as good as some other themes out there. Having said that, though, even themes like Star Wars nowadays, I do think struggle just with the amount of sets that LEGO release and have released in the past in particular themes. That There really can be a bit of overkill by Lego with how many of the sort of similar kind of sets that they produce, and I think because of that the market is somewhat saturated. So I think as a Lego investor, don't be expecting any massive returns really on any of these sets in a quick space of time. There are always sets out there that will increase in value once they retire, but I think a lot of the Harry Potter theme ones might take a little bit of time to increase into anything sort of reasonable. So just bear that in mind if you are buying for Lego investment. Obviously, if you're buying to build, you know, a lot of these sets on this list, is a good time to buy them is probably soon, because you know, they're not going to be on shelves forever. Anyway, back to the list, and so we've done the Owlery. So next one is 76431, the Hogwarts Castle Potions class, $34.99 here in the UK, $39.99 in US dollars and in euros. 397 pieces released in June 2024. 2 out of 4 minifigures in this are exclusive, and this is available again from Amazon currently at £28. So again, these small discounts are quite readily available now, and again, there probably will be better deals and discounts out there. I actually quite like the look of this set. It reminds me a little bit of the Hogwarts Moments classrooms that they had a few years ago. It's sort of this whole sort of set that opens out and is a classroom, but there's a lot of unusual pieces in there. You've got these sort of different sort of potions and things like that that the children are sort of making, and all this kind of stuff. So it does look quite a fun little build. And what's interesting as well is it does actually fit. It's designed to fit into the larger sort of sets, the Great Hall and things like that. So it is one of these sets that does fit well with the other Harry Potter sets as well. I actually quite like this. I don't think it's anything mega too special. I think the price isn't particularly great. So again, you'd be looking at trying to get this, if you are Lego investing, to get this a little bit cheaper than you can see at the moment, but yeah, not too bad. Next on the list, 76433. This is the Mandrake. This is a set that I've actually just got behind me, just here. This is a set I did actually buy to build, and I haven't got round to building it yet. But I think this is quite a nice set, an unusual set. It's $59.99 here in the UK, $69.99 in US dollars and in euros. And it's 579 pieces released in June of 2024, and there are no minifigures in this one, but I think you can see from the box that it is quite a nice build. I know the Mandrake does actually come right out of the box, out of the pot at the bottom, so you get the pot build and you get the Mandrake, which does come out, but I quite like the look of it. The only downside, I think, is there are quite a lot of stickers. All these pieces you can see here on the leaves, as far as I can tell from the box, are actual stickers, so there are a lot of stickers within that, but I think it's quite a nice set. Now, whether it's worth the money, I really don't think that this set is worth £60. I think it's very overpriced for what it is. However, this is a set that has been discounted a lot here in the UK. It's available from lots and lots of different retailers. I'm pretty certain I picked this one up for £30 around Black Friday last year. Very recently, just a week or so ago, on John Lewis, which aren't known for their really big discounts, it was £30 as well. I think they were possibly price matching somebody else. So do look out for those deals and discounts, because this one you can probably pick up for near to and pretty much on half price. I know even at the moment, when deals aren't great, you can get it from Amazon for £45. So I think if you are buying this to build, do look out for those deals, because there are some really good ones for this particular set. Maybe not quite as popular as Peter Lego maybe thought it was, but I actually quite like this. It's a little bit unusual, a little bit different, and I think that's why I quite like it. Now this one could do quite well once it retires. After a year or two, people might not remember this particular set, and I think they see it, and it is unusual and quite a nice looking build. So I'll definitely be trying to pick some of these up, but maybe at some of those deals and discounts better than the £45. I'll be looking at certainly under £40 to pick any of these up. Next on the list, 76434, Aragog in the Forbidden Forest, $17.99 here in the UK, $19.99 in US dollars and in euros, 195 pieces released June of 2024. Apparently both figures in this set are classed as exclusive, and you can currently get £1 off this if you're buying it from Amazon here in the UK at £17. Yeah, I'm not a particular fan of this. I think people like spiders and things, so it probably could do quite well. They've done very similar sets to this in the past. It's a smallish set. I just don't think it's got a lot of things going for it. Yes, if I can get a big discount on this, I'll probably get a few of these, but I don't think there's a lot of a lot of sort of love really for this kind of set. It's okay, but nothing too special, so it's nothing I'll be sort of getting in any kind of bulk or anything like that. Next on the list is 76439, the Ollivanders and Madame Malkin's robes, $79.99 here in the UK, $89.99 in US dollars and in euros, 744 pieces, released in June of 24. There are 5 out of the 6 minifigures in this set are classed as exclusive, and this is a set that you can currently get on discount right now as we speak. It's £65 here in the UK at Smith's Toys and £67 on Amazon, and you can regularly see this set discounted. I think what's interesting about this set is obviously one of the buildings again. So I know Diagon Alley is retiring on its own, but they did one of the Wizarding Weezers set last year, which retired quite early. A lot of people were caught out for this. I think that was a similar kind of price, maybe a little bit more expensive. That's done very, very well on the aftermarket. One of the reasons for that, I think it was a store exclusive, and so it was difficult to pick up a discount, but that really has gone through the roof. And although I don't think this one will do as well, I think if you can get it at a discounted rate, which it does seem to be available discounted quite a lot, if you're a Lego investor like myself, then probably this set will do okay, because again, it's part of a set. Probably Lego will continue to bring out new buildings as part of sort of Diagon Alley, which they haven't done already. They've got lots and lots of different new buildings to choose from, so you'll probably find that there'll be a sort of collection aspect to this particular buy. So yes, although it is cheaper to buy and probably won't be as successful as the Wizarding Weezers, I do think it probably will do quite well because of that collectability factor. And again, if you are buying to build this as part of your collection, now would be a very, very good time to think about getting this, but do look out for those really good deals and discounts. I think certainly in the UK, if you can get it for less than £60, I think you're doing quite well. Next on the list, 76440, the Triwizard Tournament, The Arrival, $124.99 here in the UK, $139.99 in US dollars and euros, 1,229 pieces, released in June of 2024. This is a set which apparently has got 5 out of the 5 minifigures are all exclusive, and of course we have a boat. That's the main part of the build. You get the Beauxbaton's carriage, but you also get the boat as well, the big ship. This is a set that's exclusive here in the UK at Argos. So again, if you're outside the UK, keep an eye out for where you can actually buy this set. Obviously, you can get it from Lego and Lego.com as well. I actually quite like this set, and I've already bought a couple recently for Lego investment. I think boats tend to do quite well, whether they're any particular theme. Sort of Harry Potter obviously is an unusual one, and I don't think they've ever done anything like this on this scale. It is quite an expensive set, don't get me wrong. I think £125 is probably a little bit overpriced for this set. Because it is available from Argos, the chances are you will be able to get this at some stage at a discounted price. So keep an eye out for those deals and discounts at Argos. Just get fingers crossed that you get a decent box from Argos, because there can be issues with that here in the UK. Again, outside the UK, check where you'll be able to get this, because it is going to be available at another particular retailer. Yeah, I think this could do quite well. This is a set I'm probably going to be trying to pick a few of these up as time goes on, because I do quite like it. I think the only downside for this is you do get the Beauxbaton's carriage with this, and they did a Beauxbaton's carriage a few years ago which looked very, very similar. That was the only disappointment when they brought this set out. It's like, oh, you know, you've got the ship, but what people want is the boat. They'd already done the carriage, and the carriage just looks very, very similar to the other build. I've not built this set myself or the previous carriage, but it did look very, very similar. I know there's not a lot you can do with a sort of a horse and carriage as such, but yeah, it was disappointing that part of the piece count goes towards that. I think if you could have had this set without the carriage at less than £100, it would have been a much better deal. But as it is, I still think it's a very, very nice looking set, and one that will do very, very well once it retires. And again, if you're buying to build, do think about getting this now, because I think it's something that will be quite popular and probably quite hard to get in the long distant future, because I can't see maybe Lego doing something similar to this anytime soon. Final set on the list then, we've got 76441, the Hogwarts Castle Dueling Club. This is £19.99 in the UK, $24.99 in US dollars and in euros, 158 pieces, released in January of 2025. So this is a brand new set for this year, and it is already on the retirement list for 2025. Like all of the sets that released this year or last year, do take with a pinch of salt as to whether that will actually retire, because you tend to find the newer sets will change the dates and things. If this does retire, one thing I will say about this set, I'm not really a fan, if I'm honest. I think out of all the sets that I've talked about today, this is my least favourite by quite a long way. Only one of the 4 minifigures are exclusive. And I think again it's available. Set is available from a lot of places. Not seen many discounts for this yet, but it is very, very early on in its shelf life. It does also fit with the larger Harry Potter, one of the larger Harry Potter sets. It sort of slides into the Great Hall, I think it is. There are obviously play features with this. You get the 2 figures and this sort of duel, and you can sort of push a little bit in and knock the other one off. But I just think it looks boring. It's just basically a plate that they stand on for £20. Oh, it's just not great. And again, if I can get this heavily discounted, I might get 1 or 2, but I just don't think it's a very desirable looking set. Yes, it's got a very short shelf life, and there's that 1 exclusive minifigure in there, but apart from that, I really don't think this is going to be a very popular set. It just looks a very dull build to me. You never know, it might get extended as well, so we'll have to wait and see. So that is pretty much it, the list for now. Obviously, this is likely to change as the year goes on, so do bear that in mind. And as I said before, Harry Potter, maybe not quite the most or the most most popular sort of theme for people to invest in. I think a lot of the sets have been done before and will be done again. I think there is talk of a TV series coming out at some stage, so that might help the series along. But I think Harry Potter generally from Lego, based on obviously the films, which were 20 odd years ago now, it's a bit of an old theme now, and they're just sort of money for old rope doing the similar kind of sets over and over again. Having said that, there's a couple of gems in there, like the big Diagon and like the Triwizard tournament with the boat. I think there are still some gems still coming out there, so keep an eye out for those. But what do you think? Do you like the Lego Harry Potter sets? Do you like any of them to build? Which is your favourite? And have you bought any for investment, or will you be buying any for investment? Do let me know in the comments. I'm always interested to read those. But that's pretty much it for this video. I will be doing and covering more themes as the year goes on, of sets that will be retiring at the end of 2025, so keep an eye out for those. But for this video, that's it. Thank you for watching. Take care until the next video, and we'll see you then. Bye for now.
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe.